Hi guys! Well, I know some of you have heard that I attended the AMAs and this is my vlog about it. Okay, let's start out really quickly. Um First, I entered a competition to win tickets via update account. And that was fun and stuff it was like the competition was with the AMAs. It was up to voting. I didn't win, but it was still very fun, and I got invited by the girl who did win, so that was very nice of her. And so fast forward to AMA's day. This was kind of weird because we didn't know what was gonna happen or what was kind of expected of what was gonna happen, because I know people who did this whole thing last year, and it kind of seemed like it wasn't anything like last year, or we didn't know what to expect. So we had a meet outside the Starbucks that was close to the venue at 3:45. We were waiting a little bit longer than 3:45, but I kind of went to sleep. Okay, but that was okay. So then the girl that was actually at the AMAs thing when we did the competition came up with an envelope, and she was like, okay guys, I'm supposed to give you your tickets and then I'll walk you over to the venue, which is completely different from how they did it last year. It was kind of like a babysitting thing I heard last year, but she literally just walked us to the venue, gave us our tickets, and was like, you're free to go. And our tickets were literally the front of the venue. So we get in there and we are like, where do we sit? Like, are there seating? They're like, you can sit anywhere. I spot a seat by where One Direction sits, literally right in front of them. So that was free. So I walked over there and I was like, hey. So I sat down and I was like, oh my goodness, this cannot be real. Me and the other girls who were 1D fans kind of like planned it out. My experience with going to multiple award shows is that you have to get 1D the first commercial break or you won't get them at all. It's going to be impossible. So I was down. Like, literally, they came and sat behind me. First commercial break, me and the girls go straight to them. I had to take, this is so awkward, but I had to take the girl's picture because she was like, oh, Louie, can I get a picture? And I was about to take it. And she was like, actually, Harry, can I get a picture too? So she kind of like blindsided me with that because I was about to ask Harry for a picture. So I had it. She was like, can you take it? And I was like taking the picture, and at the same time I'm like holding my phone, and like this is showing, and I'm trying to take her picture, and you could see Harry kind of like looking off at this, and I saw him doing that. I was like, oh, that's awkward. And I said that, I'm so awkward. Like I said, oh, that's awkward. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And then after I took her picture, I took a few. I was like, after I took a few pictures for her, like, Harry, like, was about to sit down. And I was like, oh, Harry, would you mind if I get a picture too? And he was like, okay, sure. And then we took that beautiful picture, which I'm about to put right here. It's literally, and then people started yelling at us because we were in the way and stuff. So then after that commercial break, as I knew from the get-go, security got strict. Security started standing in front of them and blocking us in, kind of blocking everybody that tried to get a picture with them. So I was like, thank goodness I did first commercial break. Then, like, fast forward through the show, I see kind of girls that kind of were getting around security and getting to the boys before they sat down. So I tried that for the next time, which is how I got Louie. So what happened was I snuck behind the security that was blocking me in. I went out like I was going to the bathroom. I saw Louie, and it was before he sat down, because the stupid security was guarding their seats. They weren't guarding them, which was really stupid, because... So I the girl, one of the other 1D fans was like, oh, while I walked up, she was getting her picture with Louis, and then Louis was like walking by, and I was like, Louis, would you mind if I get a picture too? And he was like, oh no, that's fine. And then we lean in to take the picture. This is why my picture, I'm going to tell you the story on why my picture looks like crap. Because this phone has a front flash camera, right? And when you, like, it decides whenever the frick it wants to flash. It decided it wanted to flash during Louis. And once you press the button, it looks like the picture's already taken. But a few seconds later, it flashes after, like, the fact. So the picture's not taken until the flash is into effect. So that is why Louis is halfway out of the picture, because he was in the picture and I pressed the button and we're like, oh, the picture's done, and then it flashes after. And I was like, whatever. I was not even gonna like beg him for another picture. I was like, I'm just grateful I got the opportunity. And yeah, so that is why my Louis picture is blurry. So here's my Louis picture. And as I'm passing Louis to make it look less obvious that I just got up to get a picture with him, even though we were told no pictures, I kept walking like out the door. So I'm passing Harry again, and his security like, back up, and I'm like, calm down. I'm not about to ask him for a picture. And I said that, and then I like was just like hello to Harry, and he was like hello, and I was like, oh gosh, I was about to beat up your security, but hello. And so I walked out the door, and I pretended like I was walking out the door, and then I came back like before the commercial break ended, and yeah, so that happened too. And oh. There was a time in the show, because I was literally sitting right in front of Niall, I kept turning around, and because, like, I'm a weird creeper, kept turning around, and then he kept looking at me, so I just, like, smiled and waved, and he, like, gave me the fakest smile ever. I don't know if it was fake, it was just, like, it was just so, like, anyways. So, yeah, that's Niall, and when the beach balls came out, I kept hitting the beach balls at him, like, to hit him, and he's, like, trying to hit him away and stuff, and I'm, like, every beach ball that came to me, I hit it at him, and it was so funny, because somebody hit, like, a beach ball on the person behind him, and they had a beer, and they spilled it all over Niall. So I don't know if you noticed that, it was when the Coldplay's performance, Niall and Louis were out there, and then they ended up leaving to go back because somebody spilled beer all over Niall. Oh, it was all over his back and all over his seat. I was laughing so hard. And then my dad, Liam, I didn't get to say hi to him, but it's okay. I'm not complaining because it was a great experience altogether. And thank you, shout out to Jen Sita on Twitter for inviting me, because other than that, I would probably not have the same experience, and it was just great. I wouldn't trade it for the world, and hopefully your dreams come true like mine have, because it's been 5 ever since I've met Harry Styles, and I cried, and I was so upset because there was no service, so I couldn't even, like, send it to people. I was just like, oh my gosh, I met Harry. Like, I couldn't even let anybody know, so I had to sit there for 3 hours waiting for it to end for me to be able to be like, get the whole story out, because man, like, people don't understand how much I love that kid. Like, I've been trying forever to meet him, and yeah. And shout out to Louis, I love him too. He was just great, he was amazing. And just know that it'll happen for you. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys for loving me, because I don't love myself. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and subscribing and stuff. Like, stay tuned for more stories. I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but hopefully soon that will change. Thank you guys.